Good morning students, hope you all are well. So today we are going to discuss the origin, means the actual origin of B and T lymphocyte. So you know that B and T lymphocytes we will found in where? In lymphoid tissue, okay, and they actually originate in from bone marrow. So the process of the development of this blood cell or the formation of blood cell is known as hematopoiesis, okay. So it is known as hematopoiesis. Now one special kind of stem cell are there, pluripotent stem cell, okay. Pluripotent stem cell means this kind of stem cell generally present in case of embryo or in case of fetus, where they can develop any kind of body cells, they can develop, okay. So it is in case of embryo, but in case of adults the blood cell formation generally occur in bone marrow. So this pluripotent stem cell can give rise to two types of stem cell, okay. One is myeloid stem cell and another is the lymphoid stem cell. So as you can understand from the name that lymphoid stem cell, they can develop these two lymphocytes, right, that is the B and T lymphocyte, okay. And the process of formation of the lymphocytes are known as lymphopoiesis, okay. That is hematopoiesis, blood cells, and that is lymphopoiesis, development, formation of the lymphocytes. And this stem cell, that is the myeloid stem cell, they can give rise to other WBC cells, means the leukocytes, natural killer cells, neutrophil, eosinophil, basophil and all. So let's see once. Okay, so as you can see, it is a hematopoietic stem cell, means it is a blood stem cell, okay. So at one side we can divide into two, the myeloid progenitor means the myeloid stem cell, and here the lymphoid stem cell, okay. So as you can see, the lymphoid stem cell can develop the lymphocytes, B and T lymphocyte, plasma cell, and the large lymphocyte means the killer cell. And here the myeloid progenitor, they can develop the mast cell, myeloblast means the neutrophil, eosinophil, basophil, monocyte, macrophage, all this, okay. Means the lymphocyte part is developed from the lymphoid stem cell, and the rest of the part means the rest part of the WBC cells, means neutrophil, eosinophil, basophil, macrophage, mast cell, these develop from the myeloid stem cells, okay. Now this B cells or the B lymphocytes, they complete their development in bone marrow, and after that they carry to different lymphatic organs. And the T cells, they develop from the stem cell and migrate into thymus, okay, migrate to the thymus. And in thymus they require some antigen receptors so that they can attach to the specific antigens, okay. So in thymus they receptors are attached with them, means the specific antigen receptors are attached with them, okay. Now the mode of action of B lymphocyte, okay. So B lymphocytes are directly attached with the antigens, they don't have the receptors, that already I have told. So B cells, they are directly attached with the antigens, and also the helper T cell, means another type of T cell is there, that is TH cell or the helper T cell, they are helping to degrade these antigens, okay. So activated B lymphocytes enlarge, okay, and they undergoes the division for the plasma cells. Why? Because the plasma cells only develop the antibodies, right. So a group of plasma cells is known as a clone, and these plasma cells produce the army of protein molecules, that is the antibodies. Means the plasma cell only produce the antibodies, okay, at least 2000 molecules of an antibody per second, So these antibodies circulate in our blood and lymph to fight against any kind of antigen and forming the humoral immune system, right? So the B lymphocytes, they are directly attack the antigens and they enlarge and they divide into plasma cells, where plasma cell can develop the antibodies, okay, and antibodies can fight against the antigen and they give response to the humoral immune system, right? Okay, next one is the mode of action of T cells or the T lymphocytes. So like B lymphocyte, T cells are also T cells are antigen specific, okay, and as each of the T cell recognize specific antigen with their receptors, so there are different type of T cells are there, okay. Okay, so let's see which type of T cells are there. So when the T cells comes in contact with an antigen, the T lymphocytes, like the B lymphocyte, like B lymphocytes, they develop a clone of the B lymphocytes and then after that plasma cell. So here also when they are come in contact with the antigens, the T cells divide rapidly to form a clone of T cells. So in this clone of T cells, there are variety of T cells are there, like the helper T cell, means the TH cell, killer T cells, okay, or the cytotoxic T cell, TC, suppressor T cell, TS, and the memory T cells, okay. So this different kind of T cells are present in this clone of T lymphocytes, okay. So out of this, each particular T cell perform different function. So cytotoxic T cells or the killer T cell or the TC cells, so they destroy the cells which are having the foreign antigens and by attach with the antigens with their specific receptors. Next is the helper T cell. So helper T cells secrete special substances to enhance the activity of the immune system. Next is the memory T cell. It is like same of the memory B cell, like these T cells are sensitized by this particular antigen and they retain sensitization for the future, okay. So means they can memorize of that particular antigen. And the last one, that is the suppressor T cell, that is they inhibit the immune response by releasing the cytokines that suppress the activity of the T cells and the B cells. Means when the when the mode of action of this antigen and antibody and the cytotoxic T cells are over, after that they will suppress the immune response, okay. So let's see how this action of this T cells will occur. So this large cell, as you can see, it is an infected cell, okay. You can see the nucleus is there, it is a infected cell, and inside the infected cell, this triangular shaped structure and this round, half round structure, so these are the foreign antigens which are present inside the cell, okay. Now the lower one, or the small circular structure, that is the cytotoxic T cells. So you can see they have the particular receptors, and these receptors are attached with the antigens and form the MHC complex, that means the major histocompatibility complex, which can help them to recognize that particular antigen and attach with the particular receptor, okay. So these receptors and antigens are attached with each other. After that, here you can see perforin components are there, or perforin vesicles are there. So it is basically a special kind of chemicals which will release after the attachment of the antigens with the T cell, means the cytotoxic T cells receptor. So when they are attached with each other, these perforins are released from the cytotoxic T cell and they form a pore by degrading the cell wall of the infected cell, okay. So these perforins make a pore and they enter, this perforin make a pore on the cell wall. So after that what will happen, the ion and the water will enter into the cell in huge amount, and after that that particular cell will burst. Okay, means there is the lysis of the infected cell. And so in this way the T cells or the cytotoxic T cells help to destroy the infected cell. Next is the how the activation of different kind of cells occur. So the big one, that is the T lymphocytes. It is the normal T lymphocytes. Okay, and it has came from the thymus gland. Now see, in the upper side there is macrophage is there, which are presenting some of the antigens. This small circular structure, round structure, these are the antigens, and these antigens are attached with the receptors with the help of MHC antigen complex. Now after that what will happen, I told that when the T cell are activated by the antigens, they will divide rapidly a clone of the T cell. Okay, so clone expansion. So in the clone of the T cells there are different kind of T cells. So the first one is the TC cell, that are cytotoxic T cells which are attached to which will attack the virus or the infected cell, and they make the lysis of the cell. Next is the memory cell, suppressor cell, and the helper T cells. Okay, so helper T cells secrete that particular substance or that perforin. So this is actually the activation of the T lymphocytes whenever they come in contact with the antigen.